Here we are. We are live. Welcome back to another beautiful episode of Black and White Takes. As always, I'm here with my boy Jay, and then we're back with our favorite guest, Simi, in the house. We got a lot to talk about today. We've got the NBA playoffs obviously underway. Game ones have all wrapped up across the league. Some surprising outcomes, and then also some not so surprising outcomes. But I'm feeling pretty good about my bets so far. But long way to go. Long way to go with the rest of the playoffs. So we'll keep you guys informed, and we'll break down these games. How you doing, Jace?
Man, doing great. Doing great. Happy to be back on another episode. We're going to have to start calling Alec Aaron, man. Have him on so much. No, like how Aaron Rodgers, they always have Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show. Alec is our special guest, man.
A permanent guest. What's good, fellas? Back again. Talk all things playoff hoops.
Yes,
NFL
sir.
draft coming up.
Dude, yeah, crazy time in sports. It's actually underrated time, man. I love the NBA playoffs, and dude, as we've seen with Cameron's picks, man, it's such a great thing to bet. I mean, he's been red hot. You want to talk us through that a little bit, Cameron?
Bro, yeah, I've been feeling good. I feel like I've decently seen the board outside of the Rockets game last night, which was a tough game, but I mean, I would have made that bet again. But yeah, it's been pretty good. I had a parlay that a very long shot parlay that had the Pacers. Definitely leaned the Pacers. We talked about the Pacers, Jay, so we were on the right side of that one.
Yeah, that was ugly. That was an ugly first game for the Bucks, man.
Yeah, for sure. Pistons, Knicks. I had Jalen Brunson under 2.5 threes, which cashed. Definitely a sweat because I'm pretty sure he hit a three in the first 3 minutes. And then I was holding my breath the entire fourth quarter as he sat at two. But that cashed. There was a crazy stat that he had played in 8 game ones in his career and was 4 of 30. And 4 games he had 0 threes, and then the other 4 he had 1 3. So as soon as I saw that and the line was 2.5, I was like, might as well. So thankfully that cashed. What else did we cash? We cashed the Oklahoma City Thunder, no sweat, minus 13.5. Couldn't believe that number. I'm really high on the Thunder. I also bet them to sweep this series. And then also the Timberwolves directly fading my man Jace always leads to cash. So feeling pretty good.
Hey, I was on the yeah. No, that was not good. But no, it's important, guys. If you wanna get stay up to date with some of our picks, I think Cameron's gonna do a better job of posting them on our X, which is at Black and White Takes. As always, you can find the plays there. Cameron, make sure you're locked into that, man. All right, you can't just be sending the winning bet slips, man. You got to get them out early. Speaking of early, what are we on tonight, boys? I know we have games about to tip off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, hold me accountable. If you're watching, hold me accountable. Got to get those plays out. But let's get into it. We've got 2 games tonight. The first one is the Pistons and the Knicks. Right now, the consensus, it looks like every single book has Knicks minus 6.5. Simi, you got any lean on this? What you feeling?
Betting this series, I wouldn't rush to the window. I think I'd be on Knicks or nothing here, but I think CK, you're on the other side, right?
Yeah, man, I ended up taking the Pistons. I thought that the Pistons were in the last game up until the fourth quarter when there was that 21-0 run. Even though I wish the Pistons had Jaden Ivey, I think just simply having him would go a long way at this point. I do think that the Pistons can keep this game close. Jace, you got anything on this?
No, I'm also on the Pistons too for the series spread. Yeah, they're just a young dude. I don't know. They're almost like too dumb to even like realize to take a game off to go back to home court. Like I really like them tonight. Was it plus 6.5?
Yeah, it's sitting at plus 6.5 everywhere.
Yeah. Like I think they're gonna come out with energy tonight, pissed off about how game one went, how they closed that fourth quarter. Yeah, I see them coming out and at the very least, I like them first half spread. I don't know what is that at? Probably 4.5.
That is at between. There's a 3.5 and a 4.5 out there. So yeah. 4.5 is the best number.
So I think they're going to come out really hot, ready to play. They're kind of the younger team too, and haven't had as many minutes as. I mean, we all know Thibodeau runs his guys into the ground. So as the series, you know, prolongs, it's only going to get tougher for the Knicks. So I do see the energy and just the youth of Detroit tonight, and honestly, rest of the series giving some trouble to the Knicks. So I think 6.5 is a good number. I think 4.5 for the first half is also a great number. Um, so those are two plays that I would lean.
Yeah, no, that's a good analysis. Yeah, I think the Pistons have proven at this point that they're they're a tough team. Obviously, they're not. I wouldn't say that they're a team that's ready right now to make a deep playoff run or win a championship or anything. But they've proven, they can play and they can hang with some of these really good teams. So I do think if you're getting 6.5, basically within 2-3ish possessions, it's something that I feel comfortable taking. But looking at the series, so obviously the Knicks won game one, snap there at the end. Do you think
Dude,
where do you see this series going? Is it going to be Knicks in under 5, over 5? What are you thinking?
oh man, dude, that would have been such a great game for the Knicks to get. I know they're really kicking, or for the Pistons to get. I know they're kicking themselves about that one, but they've never, like, this group hasn't been there before. So I think they're gonna have a short term memory. I see this going at least 6 games. I think Detroit will win. They're winning at home, right? So they're getting, how is it going? So 3 and 4 will be played, and then I think they could possibly get tonight, and then I think they could possibly get 3 or 4 right at home, and then I see them. I definitely 2 games. They're going to win 2 games, so I at least 6 games for this series.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say I lean the same way, but I do think if this game is going to go 6, I think they really need to get tonight. They need to get one, obviously, on the road, and I just think it's really hard when you're down 2-0, going back home to win 2 for sure.
Dude, the energy is going to be different though in Detroit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Simi, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not as bullish on the Pistons as y'all, but I think they're going to lose tonight. I think they're guaranteed to get at least one in Detroit, but I think that might be all they get. I think this goes 5 games, and I think it ends in New York in Game 5.
Dude, but Game 1 showed us so much, man. The Pistons are here. They're real, bro.
They were hanging around, and then, the Knicks just kind of snapped their fingers, and Jalen Brunson's shooting a million free throws, and now they're covering the number after not covering the whole game.
Yeah, my only concern is, OG Anunoby is definitely a problem. He's definitely a guy that can. Overall, the Knicks aren't that great defensively, but OG Anunoby is definitely someone that can limit Cade Cunningham's impact. So that's definitely a watch.
Yeah, and I will say, like, winning in the playoffs is so much different than like competing in the playoffs, right? Like, so many teams can compete in the playoffs, but actually winning a playoff game is hard. And Detroit definitely doesn't have the DNA of winning in the playoffs with this group, right? This is their first time there. So that's what I'm saying. Game 1 was so important. And if they win that game, the confidence of like actually winning a game, like, they know they compete. There's tons of teams that can compete. Like, Orlando can compete, right? We saw that in the first half against Boston, but actually winning it's going to be interesting. So we'll see if they can actually win. I don't know. I see 6, but I'm glad we're on some different sides here. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, cool. Well, we got one more game tonight, and we'll also talk about this series as well. Looks like it's Clippers -1.5. There's a couple ones out there as well. And real quick, I don't think I said for the last. Did I say that my play is Pistons +6.5?
No. So
okay. So yeah, official play for me is Pistons +6.5, and then I also took the Clippers -1. I can't lie. I'm really nervous about this game. I think that I want to bet the Clippers because they are a team that's been hotter down the stretch. We know what they are talent-wise with James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, but they just I don't know why. They just looked sleep in game 1, it felt like. I just wasn't inspired by their performance. I definitely thought higher of them, but I do think that this is a good potential bounce back spot here in game 2. But I can't lie, I am pretty nervous of fading Jokic. especially at the house in Denver. So,
Dude, and I think you're failing to address the point you made last night when we were discussing this game. You don't like Tyronn Lue.
yeah, man, I really don't. And I think that's probably part of where my distaste is coming from for this Clippers team. I feel like he's still riding on the coattails of the whole LeBron, bringing one home to Cleveland. And he got a lot of credit for that. But come on, man. I mean, we know.
Come on.
I just don't think he's done much since where I'm like, okay, this guy's a great coach. I mean, you look at the series last year against the Mavs. I mean, they just got absolutely destroyed, getting lit up at home by Luka. I mean, Luka's Luka. We know the running went on, but I feel like it's the same stuff with the Clippers come playoff time. And I don't know how much Kawhi's a weird guy, man. Like, I don't know how much he cares. I really don't. I can't wrap my mind around him. So,
Alec, you're the West Coast guy. You like Clippers or Nuggets tonight, and for the series?
I love the Clippers tonight. I kind of like them on the trifecta spot, first quarter, first half, whole game. For the series is a tough call. This series is a trip. I think I could see it going 7 games, but definitely would back the Clippers tonight.
Where's the advantage for the Clippers, man, in this series?
I mean, it's supposed to be coaching. I mean, that's the thing, and that's why I'm kind of banging my head because, obviously 2 weeks before the playoffs, Denver gets rid of their coach. I mean, that's a huge. I mean, whether or not he was good or not is besides the point, but it's still a huge loss for the team and something that you think on the coaching end the Clippers should be able to take advantage of.
Facts. Yeah, no, I mean, I think the advantage, right, is the guard play between James Harden and Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I agree with your point. Tyronn Lue doesn't have good act. Like, they should be exposing like Jamal Murray and Christian Braun, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like the experience that those guys carry. I mean, James Harden MVP, Kawhi Leonard Finals MVP, right? Like, they should be putting a lot of pressure on Jokic, having to protect the paint and guard the rim, but like, we didn't see that in game 1. I don't think we truly got a taste of really putting the pressure on Jokic to be stellar defensively in the pick and roll and just like moving him around with pick and roll or ghost screens or span action, right? Like, so I would like to see Tyronn Lue free up and get some more like mismatches with Kawhi on Jokic or Harden on Jokic. And that's going to free Zubac. So, but we'll see it. Like you said, it's supposed to be coaching. So, I mean, if Tyronn Lue can make some adjustments and we see more of that in game 2, I think the Nuggets have a chance to drop this one. So I lean Clippers -1.
Yeah, no, I
as
agree.
well.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an official play. If I'm looking at the some of the series prices, you can get Denver -138, Clippers +118, and then on the series spread, Clippers +1.5. It's basically -200, so it still looks like I mean, we saw it move a little bit. It was basically went from a pick 'em to now you get Denver as a small favorite. I actually would have expected a little bit of a bigger bump, but clearly the books do have the Clippers graded out as the favorite. So we'll see if they can come through.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see. It could get a long series for Jokic. Like I said, if they can put him in some action defensively and expose him, which the Warriors have done in the past with Jokic. But I mean, we'll see if they don't do that and they make it easy and Jokic can kind of play center field and use his IQ to really dictate where he wants the shots for the Clippers to go from, get up from. It could be short too because we know how talented Jokic is and how just like and that's the thing, right? With the Nuggets, right? Like, yeah, they lost their coach, but at the end of the day, like, Jokic is so smart and basically the coach when he's playing because his IQ is just. I mean, honestly, you could argue he's probably the best basketball player in the NBA right now in terms of just like decision making, IQ, all around skill, and with his size. So the Clippers better figure something out fast for this game, or else it could get ugly.
Yeah.
I'm checking out the box score from Saturday. Not a lot of bench scoring in this series as a whole. The Clippers had 13 bench points. The Nuggets, basically all the bench scoring came from Russ. Zubac is a dog. I think I'm looking for a little more volume from Kawhi tonight. He had 22 on 15 shots on Saturday. I think I'd look for him to shoot more like 20 shots. Maybe a couple
he
more
didn't get to the
threes.
line very much though, right?
Hopefully a little more volume.
Yeah,
3 free throws.
That's what I'm saying. He's just not putting the pressure.
Definitely looking for
get downhill and put some pressure on Jokic.
Yeah. Yep.
But no, it's just, I think tonight is super important for the series because I mean you go like down two to the Nuggets, and then they could easily steal one from you, and then it's 3-1, and then going back home, and that's ugly, right? That's a quick series. So tonight is super important.
I think if the Clips lose tonight, I would have them winning the next two.
Really?
In LA for sure. Yeah, I think if they go down 0-2, they come back to Denver and it's 2-2. But I like them tonight to split it 1-1.
So that's a play. Clippers -1 tonight.
Yep. All right, let's keep it moving. Next series, we have 3 games tomorrow. We don't have to touch too much on the actual numbers at this point, but let's at least just talk about these series. So this one's super interesting. I think Jace, you might have made a comment earlier about the Bucks potentially getting swept, but Pacers and Bucks, the Bucks just, I mean, they didn't look like they were up to the challenge to play the Pacers in game 1. What do y'all think?
Dude, I want to start this off by we posted on TikTok this play. We liked the Pacers, -2.5 is the play we posted for this series. Or -1.5, right?
Yep.
-1.5 was we got like +112, and we posted on TikTok, and we got a lot of hate and like, oh, I can't believe blah, blah, blah. But I mean, with how the Pacers came out, man, we talked about it. It's a matchup nightmare for Giannis. And like they have the length, they have athleticism, they have a long guard with Tyrese Halliburton, right? And dude, the Pacers play so fast, and the Bucks like role players and bench around them. Just I don't see how this series, like just looking at game 1, I don't see how it's close, man. Like the Pacers are the better basketball team. I mean, sure, Giannis might be the best player on the court. He's limited, in my opinion. I mean, he can't shoot. And when you have the guys that can guard him and athletically, he is limited, not as like just not dynamic scorer. So, dude, the Pacers are a threat to, I think, sweep this series. I see value there.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It was not good for the Bucks. I mean, they kind of kept it close early. We saw a lot of Giannis kind of playing that point forward role, which I thought was interesting. Bringing the ball up, really controlling the offense, but it only lasted for so long. I mean, he was able to get to the line a bunch in the first quarter, but I mean, we know has his limitations. I'm trying to pull up. Simi, do you have the box score up for this one? Anything jump out from game 1? Because I'm curious to see how the Bucks shot, how their guards played, and how they shot from the field. Because I don't think like Taurean Prince, who they rely on to step up and make threes, really did much.
But that's what happens, dude. When you put Giannis at the point forward, like it eliminates so much ball movement and so much action, and it becomes a stagnant offense where everyone's watching Giannis, and guys just do not, like, your role players are not going to play as well with that strategy.
What? I think I know why you're laughing, Simi. I forgot about it.
Dude, this box score is hilarious.
We got to talk about Kuzma, man. What are we doing, buddy?
This is hilarious.
Was he just getting some cardio out there?
Yeah, he was a dud. 0 points. Nothing. It's a starter for you.
Cardio.
So yeah, I forgot how bad Kyle Kuzma played. But yeah, I think the Pacers are totally fine with, stopping Taurean Prince, stopping AJ Green, stopping Ryan Rollins just from their outside scoring ability, and letting Kyle Kuzma, try to do his thing and create his own shots.
Yeah.
So
Sammy finds this funny.
Dude, I forgot that was part of the box score, but he's a minus 24. He shot 5 shots. How are you a minus 24 in 22 minutes with 0 points, bro?
And then also Taurean Prince. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's another starter too. Yeah, he had 0 points as well.
Zero.
So you've got 2 guys in your starting lineup with just zeros across
Dude,
the board.
some Tony Snell stats. Just out there getting cardio.
Facts.
So I heard something interesting on a podcast. Like obviously with this game 1 and them making a commitment to stop a lot of the outside shooting and all that. Like who's actually gonna step up for the Bucks? And I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be anyone to determine the outcome of a game. Like we're not going to get Gary Trent Jr. snapping and winning the Bucks the next game necessarily, but just from a player props perspective, when we look at a lot of these points totals, I mean, we know how sharp the books are, but some of these guys are going to go over. So we need who do we think on the Bucks can actually step up and possibly
take the unders, boys. Take the unders.
Well, they're not all going to go under. That's the thing. Like there are going to be people to go over.
Dude, I don't know. Take the unders.
I would take Bobby Portis over maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's hard to say how Kuzma is going to play tonight. Like he's kind of an unserious guy. So like normally I would be hammering his overs after that showing, but no clue.
Yeah.
But isn't it like 17.5?
Yeah, it should still be around 17.
It's still going to be around 17. That's what I'm saying. Take the under, man. These guys aren't serious. And Giannis is so limited. Like, I know this is a hot take. I'm not a Giannis guy. Like, but dude, he's so limited on the offensive end. And like his passing ability, like he's not like a LeBron, right? Or a Luka, where it's like timely and decision making and passing out of a double team. It's like last option, can't get to the rim. I just throw it to a guy who's kind of a bomb. No offense, but like the Bucks don't really have anyone outside of Dame who's not playing. So it just isn't a recipe for success. Because he's not creating great shots for guys. He's giving the guys balls, but like he's not creating great shots.
Yeah, I think that speaks to the Kuzma 0 points, Taurean Prince 0 points. They just have no flow with Giannis touching the ball so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really need Dame. I mean, regardless of where you think Damian Lillard is at in his career, I think he definitely would, at least make the Bucks pretty daggone competitive at this point.
Against the Pacers or like...
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would help them in this series. But yeah, I mean, I do think that this Pacers team is really good. I feel like Nembhard really steps up in the playoffs. I mean, we saw it last year, but
bucket,
man, he was getting to the hole and like he's balling. So
what's the lineup for tomorrow, Cameron?
Yeah, so a couple lines I do want to talk about just in regards to this game. But for the game tomorrow, game 2, obviously back in Indiana, Pacers minus. It's kind of, I see a few different lines, but the consensus or the best odds right now is basically Pacers minus 4.5.
Dude, I might have to take that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you think the Pacers are gonna, because that feels like a short number.
Short number.
I don't know why. Like if I think there's a team that can keep it closer or possibly win, I like the Pistons instead of the Bucks at this point, right?
Yeah.
Why are the Pistons getting 7 points and the Bucks? I mean, obviously, it's probably the Giannis effect, but
is it in the air that Dame might be back for game 2, or have they already ruled him out?
I think he just got upgraded
to active, like he's gonna play.
To questionable.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe that could have an effect on the line for sure.
I mean, they are a better team with Dame out there. Giannis doesn't have to do so much. Dame can create, and he's a little bit better of a – I wouldn't even say he's that much of a better passer, to be honest. Dame's kind of a black hole as well. But Yeah, there's just nothing to be excited about with this Bucks team, to be honest. Enjoy Cancun. I'm calling it now.
How many games do you think it goes? Especially, I think if Dame doesn't come back tomorrow, then he'll be back for game 3.
Dude, I could see this being a sweep. I know no one wants to talk about it because it's a 4-5 matchup, but this could easily be a 4-0 sweep to the Pacers. They're just the better team. They play faster. They get better looks. I mean, sure, the Bucks went 3-1 against them in the regular season, but kind of irrelevant.
From a betting perspective, though, Jay, I guess what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I would take it. What's the value at going 6 games? The 1.5. Still,
Dude, that's what I'm kind of surprised about. Is right now I'm seeing the series spread is Pacers -1.5 is priced at -120.
yeah. I mean, that's great value. I take that still.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's insane. So that's basically, even if the Bucks do get 2 games, like let's say they get game 3 and 4 at home somehow, like you can still cover that number. You're basically just betting that that series does not go to 7 or the Bucks win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like that line's short. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but maybe I don't know if it's the public or what it is, but why? Like I'm surprised the series spread isn't at 2.5. Is what I'm saying.
No, 100%. But
So.
we're clearly bullish on the Pacers. Let's play our next game. What is it?
Yeah, for sure. Wait, one more quick thing, and then I'll move it on. But Pacers minus to win 4-0 is +680. So take with that what you want. But next game, we got the.
I got 1 sec. I got one more thing on that.
You're good.
Random thought earlier. Kevin Porter Jr. is another live player prop guy for the Bucks. I think he's just kind of volume, ball in his hands. Will shoot it and will make it. Doesn't really care about the outcome of the game. So I could think about his overs. Honestly, that's a random one.
Dude, wait,
and then
wait, real quick. Did you listen to Buckets today?
No, I didn't.
It's funny. That's the exact guy that they were talking about. So that's actually a great read, because you're right. That is the type of guy, a little bit of a bigger physical guard that doesn't care. That's obviously gifted. Like, he can score the ball, but he is the type of guy that is getting the minutes, that is going to have probably the ball more than anyone else outside of Giannis. I mean, I completely agree as well. That's definitely overs that I'll look towards. Go ahead.
Yeah, that could be a look. And then the last thing I would say is that you can probably bet on Giannis to go like absolutely bonkers in at least 2 games this series. So I could see the Bucks winning those 2 games. But yeah, I think that Pacers -1.5 series price that's at least worth a unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a note to take that. Because that's insane. I definitely thought it would be like -2.5, maybe like +115 or something, but -1.5, 120 is wild. So that's definitely a look. If you're going to bet that, try to bet that before tomorrow. We're pretty confident the Pacers are going to go up 2-0, and then that number is definitely going to change a lot. But let's keep moving this along. This is another really interesting series. But we got the Grizzlies and the Thunder. Game 1 was insane. I think we got Thunder by 50 plus. Obviously, I was on the -13.5. Actually, couldn't believe the number. I'm really high on the Thunder. I know, Jess, you're not as high, just in terms of like their ability to win a championship this year. I mean, dude, I think this is just, it's hard. It's crazy to say, but this is just a historic season. I mean, up to this point, just like I forgot all the specific numbers, but their point differential against all teams, good teams, bad teams, everyone, they're able to really seal the deal, put in the hammer, and take control. So
pause.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think? Simi, I'll start with you. Do you think that this is pretty much a lock, Thunder in 4?
Yeah, I was gonna say sweep. This one doesn't even bring up much debate in my mind. I'm trying to think if I could see the Grizzlies winning 1 game, and I just don't think so. They might win a first half or 2 first halves in Memphis, but I think the Thunder are going to sweep them, yeah. Jay?
Dude, I agree. Honestly, I think Thunder sweep the Grizzlies, only because I don't really think there's so much like turmoil behind Ja. Like the city hasn't like embraced Ja. I feel like because he's in and out of the lineup. There's like no energy there, which is weird because he's like uh kind of like a high energy player, but I don't see like the love that like the Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Zach Randolph years. Like Memphis was a hard place to play at in the playoffs, like rock and crowd. But like I think like just with like Ja's antics, they're kind of like that. The Memphis crowd is kind of just like not backing them, in the same way they have in the past. Like they don't love that basketball team. So I do see the Thunder are just going to go in there and I think shut that crowd up real quick, and it's going to be a short series.
Yeah, no, that's actually a great point. I agree too. I did take Thunder plus money to win 4-0. Looking at the series prices, if you want to bet the Thunder to win the series, it's minus 10,000 already, which is wild. The Grizzlies are plus 3,500 and they're down 1-0. Like it's just crazy because obviously, like, knock on wood, hopefully this doesn't happen, but Shea could go out, get injured, miss the entire playoffs. Like there's other factors that can happen. Granted, I still do think somehow the Thunder could still pull out this series without Shea, but it definitely would be a lot closer. Looking at the series spread though, yeah, I mean it's minus 3.5, minus 110. So basically, yeah, it's minus 110 to get the Thunder in 4, and they're only up 1-0. So it shows like the book has a lot of respect for this favorite. Game 2 spread looks like it's minus 14.5, so just like a point more than the last game. I still lean it. I'm trying to find angles to want to take the Grizzlies, but I don't have anything.
Nah, there's not one. Like Ja doesn't care, dude. Like he's too in and out. Like it's just I don't know. He's not locked into playing basketball right now, in my opinion. Like like you would say like a guy like Cade Cunningham, right? Who cares about Detroit and that program and that city? Like he's gonna bounce back. It matters to him, right? He's played what every game this year almost. Or like Ja, like dude, his antics. He doesn't care about winning this playoff series. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, and another thing just to kind of point out, like you do have to be careful on these player props. I know a bunch of people that were on the Thunder's player props and overs, but it's hard, like because if they're winning by 50 plus, like the starters aren't playing in the fourth quarter. So Shea, for example, I know a big bet that people were taking was for Shea to have over 30 in every single game this series, which is actually a great bet. But when he's not playing the fourth quarter, getting pulled late third, that's not going to cash. So I don't think he had 30. I think he might have had 28.
No,
like,
he had like 17.
You have
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's like you gotta, and then there were some other people that I saw that were taking like Jalen Williams overs, whole bunch of stuff. So definitely beware, and I would be pretty weary to take any player props, especially if you think that the Grizzlies are at risk of getting blown out by 20 plus every single game.
Facts.
Yep.
Checking the box score real quick. We're gonna need more from Jaren Jackson Jr. with 4 points on 2 for 13. Zach Edey as well, just not super productive. Let's see, Desmond Bain just asleep.
Dude, but
I think they need more minutes out of Luke
leadership.
Kennard, but these Thunder guys are gonna go at Luke Kennard on defense. But yeah, Triple J, we're gonna need a little more effort.
Dude, but it's all reflection of leadership though, man. Like Ja's supposed to be your guy. And like they have nothing to rally behind with him.
I think the play-in tournament could have been their championship, and I think it's been like that for the last 2 years. They're a huge play-in tournament team, and I think Ja really turns up for that play-in tournament. But
Loves it, man.
that might be it.
He loves the play-in tournament, and he loves the Warriors. That's about it.
Facts. And Call of Duty.
And yeah, and chucking grenades.
Warfare. Crazy.
Oh man, clown.
Yeah, that box score does not look good. Jeez.
Ugly, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Marvin Bagley had a good game. 8 of 8, 16 minutes, 17 points. But,
But we're talking about the
I don't.
wrong guys, man. Like they're not going to win you a
Yeah,
playoff game. I didn't even know
yeah, that's what I
Marvin
mean.
Bagley
It's
was
like,
in the league.
yeah, I know he's coming off the bench, but I mean, yeah, they're definitely going to continue to probably rock with Edie here. But we'll see what happens. Let's keep it moving though. So what do we got next? We have the uh, T Wolves and the Lakers. This was a pretty crazy. This was a crazy game one. I'd say this is probably. I mean, if you want to call it an upset, the biggest upset of the weekend. We saw the Timberwolves really take it to the Lakers at home in game one. They're up 1-0 on the series. Interesting stat. I'm pretty sure they shot 50% or better from three. So obviously they were shooting lights out. And that definitely makes me a little skeptical just in terms of like continuing it. Like, are they actually this dominant over this Lakers team, or was it just an off night for the Lakers? T Wolves are hot. Jace, what do you think?
Dude, I want Alec's opinion on this first because I know I feel like Alec is a big Ant guy.
I do like Ant. Yeah, I guess not the biggest Ant guy, but I like Ant, especially in the playoffs. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, like I guess I was kind of not sharp to Ant, bro. Like that dude doesn't care. Like he does not care if it's Luca or LeBron, man. Like he is showing some things each playoff series, and each year. And dude, he looked really freaking good. He looked ready to go. Um, just like and he looked mature. Like last year, he kind of got into the hype of I'm the guy. I'm going to shoot every shot. I need to score 30 a night. But like, you see him really getting other guys involved and letting the game come to him, getting good looks, and that's reflected in their shooting percentage. That's why they shot 50%, right? Like he didn't force anything. He used his advantage to create other guys' shots, and they were getting open looks. They were absolutely making the Lakers look really slow defensively and look really old. Um, so man, if they can keep that up and really push the pace of this game and dictate the tempo of this game, and which we have rarely seen teams do against a LeBron and Luca team. So I do see this coming back a little bit towards the Lakers, leaning back towards their favor. But it's hard to say with a guy like Ant who does not care. Like he just doesn't care. He's gonna so we'll see. I am actually going to be bullish on Ant here, and I could see the T Wolves upsetting the Lakers, and the Lakers are going to have to make some decisions because they look really bad defensively come playoff basketball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons they brought
Ant is crazy.
he really is.
He's crazy. Yeah. So I remember watching him absolutely dispose of the Phoenix Suns back in 2024 last year, and then yeah, I mean he's just gotten so much quick playoff experience, and like you said, Jay, he does not care who it is that's up against him. You see him trolling Luca a little
Yeah,
bit.
he almost thrives in it, right?
Yeah, he
thrives in it. Like he wants that
Yeah.
matchup.
He's a dog. With that being said, though, for the game tomorrow, I would be on Lakers first half. I think I would rush to the window with that one. I'm not sure what the number is. I was trying to find it. Should be like a 3 or 2.5 or
3.5.
something. But I would get to the window with Lakers first half, 3.5. Yeah, I would take that.
Yeah, that's a great look. It looks like for the most part, the professionals are pretty set on backing the Lakers here. So I definitely think this is a Lakers win spot. I would actually be okay laying the 5.5 as well. I still do like like the Timberwolves, the value on the Timberwolves. Probably in the series overall, you can get the T Wolves to win the series still at minus 130. But specifically just for this game too, I do think that we go to Minnesota with this series tied at 1-1. So
Austin Reeves is going to have to show up.
I like the Lakers to win. Facts, Jay.
He was sleepy. But I mean, that's a reflection of Braun and Luca, though, in my opinion. Like Austin Reeves can't be the one carrying you against Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. Is gonna have like Which, I mean, I fully expect Luka and LeBron to bounce back. I see game 2 going their way as well.
Yeah. No, that's facts.
But it would take some freaking balls to back the T-Wolves here, man.
Naz Reid.
Yeah.
Like, there's some value on T-Wolves money line for game 2, straight up.
So you've made a complete flip, Jay, on the series just off this first game?
Dude, off what Anthony Edwards is showing me, I did not expect this. But no, I still lean Lakers for the series, but it might be going 7 games and not, what did I say originally, 5?
You said Lakers in 5?
I
Is that what
think
you
so.
Crazy talk.
I
My
believe
God.
so.
Sound like Shannon Sharp.
Cat.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Luka,
no,
one
it'll.
assist.
1 assist.
Oh, good. Yeah, just checking the box score
Yeah.
real quick again. Lakers 13 bench points. No good. Luka 1 assist is not cutting it. And then Jackson Hayes with 1 point, 3 rebounds.
Oh,
And
dude,
no foul
I don't know
trouble.
what
That
he was
doesn't- that
doing.
doesn't
Yeah,
make
what was
sense.
he doing out there? It's gonna be really interesting though to see what JJ Redick does, because like you do have a dilemma. You have the dilemma of LeBron, right? Like the golden handcuffs of LeBron. Like, is he gonna give LeBron the rock, or is he gonna decide to? I mean, I think almost in this series you got to go through Luka. It's gonna be interesting what he does.
Yeah, and I think JJ Redick was definitely brought in, and I do trust his ability to make adjustments. So I do think they'll get right for this game too. But overall, though, this T-Wolves team, I just think they're underrated. They've got a lot of great players. They've got guys that are big, physical, can shoot as well. You look at the impact that Naz Reid and Jaden McDaniels made on game 1. And then obviously Anthony Edwards. I mean, people don't realize that he was the number 1 3-point shooter during the regular season for a reason. That man can shoot the 3 ball as well as get to the rim. So he's a dynamic scorer. But I mean, we just can't forget about Luka, man. I love Luka. I think that he's gonna have his games here soon where he's hitting them step back threes, talking to the crowd, especially when he gets to Minnesota. I think Luka really thrives on the road more than anything. So I'm not gonna book that. If this goes 1-1, that the T-Wolves are definitely getting the 2 at home. Because I definitely don't think that.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see.
Cool. Let's move it on. I think we got one more series. Let's see what else we got.
I think that's it for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it for tomorrow. But let's
Rockets Warriors.
Yeah, I guess we could
And
talk
Celtics.
about. Yeah, we could talk, and then also the Cavs. We still have 3 more
Celtics.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's save those. I feel like we covered a good amount with today and tomorrow's games. Jeez, I forgot how many series there are. Yeah, we still have 3 more series. So we can probably get back on possibly tomorrow or Wednesday and talk about those games, probably on Wednesday. But before we get up on out of here, Simi had some great questions that we are going to discuss. The first one is, how many current NFL quarterbacks would you take over Cam Ward? So how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna give a quarterback. I'm gonna go off the list here that NFL.com has. What they did is they ranked all 32 quarterbacks, and then I'm gonna ask you guys, and I'll answer as well last. Basically, are you taking this current NFL quarterback over Cam Ward? And in case you don't know, Cam Ward is the projected first overall pick out of Miami. He definitely will be the first overall pick. He'll be going to the Tennessee Titans. So let's actually get a grade of how we project he'll stack up against these other solidified starters. So starting first, Lamar Jackson. Jace, are you going with Cam Ward or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar.
Okay. Alec?
Next question. Easy next.
I think that one's pretty easy. Let's keep it going. Josh Allen.
Allen.
Joshy.
All right. Joe Burrow.
That's
Joe
your boy,
Burrow.
Jay.
Come on.
You disrespected that. I asked
What?
that, right? I mean, just reading the list here. All right. And let me preface this. I mean, either way, I think those three are clear cut. No one's going to disagree with that. But let's say you're starting a franchise tomorrow, and this is the quarterback that you're going to be building with. So you could still take an older quarterback, obviously, if you think you can compete now. But just keep that in mind as well. So next up, we got Jared Goff.
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 Okay.
CK, give yours.
No, I'll give
Don't-
mine as well. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I figured
don't-
I'd say something if I disagree.
Don't hide.
All right. I'll
CK
say Goff.
hidden.
All right. Next up, we got Sam Darnold. And he's going into year 7, and he is currently on the Seattle Seahawks. So if you're the Seahawks, do you want Cam Ward, or are you okay with Sam Darnold?
Kind of a debate.
Give me Cam Ward only because rookie contract, and I think Cam Ward leads you to another first-round draft pick sooner.
I'll
That was
take
a bad
Darnold.
compliment.
Samuel Darnold here for me.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you too, Simi. Let me get Sam Darnold. I mean, we know the impact that Kevin O'Connell has to galvanize and really get the best out of his quarterbacks, but I do think that Sam Darnold proved that he's a starter in this league. I think he'll be solid for the Seahawks.
Yeah, man. Enjoy 8-8 in your team.
Cam Ward has-
not getting a good draft pick.
Yeah, and Cam Ward has everything to prove right now. So we'll go with Sam Darnold. Up next, Baker Mayfield.
Baker.
Yep, I agree. Baker Mayfield. I feel like this one's pretty easy too. Jaden Daniels.
Jaden.
Yep.
Franchise.
In
My
agreement. We got Patrick Mahomes. What can we say?
Give me Cam Ward. No, give me Patty.
Easy, Patty.
No hot takes. Up next, we got Justin Herbert.
Herbert.
Jeez.
Dog, don't disrespect Herbert.
I'll take Herbert. Yeah, Herbert.
Yeah, I feel like you got to take Herbert. I think even though Herbert's had his struggles, he is a top 10 quarterback in this league, and I don't believe that Cam Ward is going to be a top 10 quarterback.
You could argue Herbert's not top 10, but
yeah. All right, up next, Geno Smith. He's currently the quarterback for the Raiders.
yeah, I'd probably go Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, I agree. Cam Ward at this point in Geno's career, coming into year 12, would much rather have Cam Ward and take the chance on his upside. Up next, we got Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
I guess I'll take J-Lo too, yeah.
This one's really close, actually. I'm actually not. I like Jordan Love, but I'm actually not as high as most people. Like, we've seen the flashes. Yeah. We know what he can bring, but I'm actually not like.
What do you think Cam Ward's going to bring?
I mean, I think in Green Bay.
But that's not the question.
I think he can do a lot of what Jordan Love's doing, if I'm being honest. I mean, you have to think, it's a difference getting brought in to Green Bay versus the Tennessee Titans or the Oakland Raiders. Like he's going to be going to a poverty franchise. He's not a Joe Burrow. So I don't think Cam Ward's going to change anything. But with a system like Green Bay already, I think he could definitely do some damage. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Too bad we'll never know. He'll be out of the league before any of this. So.
All right. Up next, we got Matt Stafford.
Stafford.
Yeah, I think Stafford still got it. So I'm definitely going with Stafford here. This one's interesting. Let's really think about if we put Cam Ward on this team, but Brock Purdy.
I'd take Purdy.
And Cameron's battery is dead again.
My freaking battery.
Honestly, yeah. I think I would take Cameron's battery over Cam Ward.
Hey man, you hate Cam Ward.
I just don't think there's no. What's the up? I just don't think there's an upside with him.
He's gonna be a dog, bro. Did you watch? I feel like you didn't watch much of him.
I did, but like, I don't know. He screams some mental midget to me, like some A. Richardson stuff, tapping out of the game. Like, I don't think he loves ball, man.
He's got it, bro.
We'll see. I mean, it could be a CJ Stroud situation where I wasn't bullish on him and he came in, but I mean, CJ Stroud did have a bad sophomore year, so
I'm a little worried about CJ, man.
yeah, man. And you're not worried about Cam Ward? You think Cam Ward's got it, but CJ struggling?
Cam Ward has got it. Cam Ward's got the athleticism and running ability that CJ does not.
Dog. All right, we'll see though. We'll see if you can read a defense. That athletic ability doesn't really matter if you can't read a defense.
Yeah, it's facts.
That's why, like, I don't know. That's why. Whoa, you're back, Cam?
Yes, sir.
You get your camera, you plugged it in, charged it up.
Yeah, we're plugged in. We just had to swap the battery. My fault,
bet.
boys. But yeah, no, I agree. I'm gonna stick with Brock Purdy, honestly. Even though, yeah, definitely Brock Purdy. All right, another super interesting one. Bryce Young.
I love Bryce now. I actually love that. After watching his last six games, he's gonna be my boy now.
Oh man, that's funny. I love Bryce.
Yeah, that's literally my boy.
That's all spastic, bro. Give me Bryce.
Yeah,
I agree.
Bryce.
I'm surprised by that. We're all on Bryce Young. I like Bryce Young too. I've always liked him. Let's see. Ooh, another interesting one. I feel these are all going to get tough now. But Kyler Murray.
Kyler,
yeah. Actually, but I feel like Cam Ward's upside is better than Kyler's. And I know Jay disagrees with that.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was about to ask at what, but it's okay.
Everything.
Yeah. Oh man, this is tough. I'm probably going to go Cam Ward. I think we know what Kyler is. I think he's kind of a spaz backyard football player, like looking like a little league player with his shoulder pads high and big helmet, running around in the fourth quarter and making things happen. But I agree. I just think like the overall upside on a winning team, with Cam Ward's ability, give me Cam Ward. I mean, you could definitely argue that Kyler's more talented. All right, let's move it along. We got Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, or Cam Ward.
Hurts.
Easy.
Yeah, hard not to take Hurts right now. I feel like we'd be having a different conversation if they would have lost like the Rams in the playoffs or something.
Hey man, similar player though, honestly. Both limited upside coming out of college. I mean, Hurts just, happened to get drafted to the best team in the NFL. So, but honestly, they'd probably be sitting in the same situation if Hurts went to the Titans. I know that's a hot take.
No, I don't disagree with that, but I guess does Cam Ward have limited upside in that way? I don't know.
I think so. We'll see though. That's what we're arguing, right?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. My bad. I thought you were saying it like I wasn't getting behind that, but I do agree that they could be in a similar situation.
Yeah.
Cam Ward was on the Eagles. All right. Let's go with Bo freaking Nix.
Cam
Bo
Ward.
Nix. Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Dude, Bo Nix balled this year, man.
He's a good player.
Yeah. He had a good year. Give me Bo. It's Bo time, baby.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Jess. Give me Bo Nix. I think that he really came in, made an impact on this Broncos team, led them to the playoffs as a rookie. I mean, we saw the struggles even though we know how Russell Wilson is at this point in his career, but still, Bo Nix came in there, rejuvenized this team, rejuvenized this offense, and I think he proved in year one that he's the guy to stick with. Let's move this along. We got Tua.
I'm actually going to take Cam Ward here. Hot take.
I agree.
Yeah. This might go viral on TikTok, but we are all three going with Cam Ward over Tua. So let's see how that one pans out. Let's see how that one pans out. All right. Up next, going into year 9 for the Dallas Cowboys, we've got Dak Prescott. So Dak Prescott or Cam Ward?
Give me Cam Ward, only because they didn't move on from Dak.
Yeah, Cam Ward. Cheaper.
Yeah.
I think we've seen Dak's ceiling, which sucks. I think we saw his ceiling like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. But yeah, Cam Ward. Good debate here, though.
Constipated CK? Come on, make
I
a
really
pick.
want to go. I really want to go with Dak Prescott here. I mean, and hear me out. I think given that this is the Dallas Cowboys, this is quote unquote America's team. This is Jerry Jones. This is that stage. Not anyone can play quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. I do think that Dak Prescott,
Including Dak.
even though he is in the latter part of his career, I haven't seen just from his play and even just obviously his age. I mean, he's not much over 30. I do think that he still has a decent few years left. I think when he's at his best, he is for sure a top 10 quarterback in this league. And again, I mean, this is the Cowboys. So I think Dak is probably where I'm going to go here. All right, let's move it along. This will be an interesting one. We got Drake May.
I say Drake May. Let me see what he can do. Let me give him a year.
I like Drake too. I like his upside a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I think Drake showed definitely flashes of what you want to see at this point. And I think he's going to have actually a really solid year with Vrabel there and with what they're doing up in New England. All right, next quarterback. Wow, I'm surprised how low this player is ranked, but we've got CJ Stroud going into year 3 for the Texans or Cam.
It's funny. We were actually talking about this when your camera died. Give me CJ, but he has this year to prove it. He's on a short leash.
I was surprised how low he was on this list too. I took Cam Ward here though.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I could see you guys both. I could see people loving CJ's passing ability. I like Cam Ward's. I feel like he's a little more athletic than CJ Stroud.
Dude, but back-to-back playoff appearances for CJ, going into the Houston situation, and kind of like with how much injuries and stuff he's overcame. I just feel, I don't know. You gotta go CJ here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely CJ. I mean, yeah, back-to-back playoffs, but let's not even just say that. Back-to-back playoff wins. So not only is he getting his team to the playoffs, but he's at least winning a game. He won a game his first year in the playoffs and his second year. I mean, that I don't know how many quarterbacks have done that as a rookie and then to come back their second year and also win a playoff game. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely CJ Stroud. I think that Cam Ward the Titans would be blessed to get 75% of what CJ Stroud was his rookie year.
Fair.
All right.
I mean, they have an elite defense, but yeah. Okay. Move along.
All right. We got Russell Wilson.
Cam Ward. Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Okay. Yeah. Cam Ward for sure.
Only Aaron because Russ is a simp, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
He's cooked.
Yeah, he's definitely cooked. Aaron Rodgers.
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward.
Yeah, I agree. Cam Ward. Let's see if the rest
All
are
right,
going to be.
So that's interesting, Cameron, because you're a Steelers fan. Let's actually talk about this. So you'd rather the Steelers be able to draft Cam Ward than have Aaron Rodgers for a year?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's a good way to put it. I feel like for each of these teams, you really need to put it in the exact situation. Well, but then we're kind of assuming. So, like, if the Steelers had the first overall pick and they could get Cam Ward, then yes, I would want Cam Ward. That's probably the only quarterback, though, I would say that I definitely want over Aaron Rodgers at this point in the draft. So yeah, I would definitely want to take the shot on Cam Ward, even though I'm not necessarily convinced that he's going to be, a CJ Stroud or a Joe Burrow talent at all. So that's a great question. What's up with that face, man?
I mean, just even putting him in the same sentence as Joe Burrow.
My bad.
Kind of comedy. Dude, it's pouring at my house, and I have the sprinkler on.
Oh man, you need to go turn that off.
Jay.
Nah, I mean, I'm good.
We're coming up on 8:00, so I'm gonna kind of speed through these last few, and you guys can stay on if you want for a little bit. But we got if there's any guys that I list that you would take this guy over Cam Ward, stop me. So we've got Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, I'll pause for this one because this one's kind of interesting. But we've got Trevor Lawrence.
Trev.
Yeah, I'll go with Trev too. Actually, I don't know. I really don't.
I like Cam Ward versus Trev.
Yeah, I'm gonna coin flip on this one. Whichever side lands, I'll take. Caleb Williams.
Caleb. No,
This one's
I
interesting.
can't do a guy who paints his nails. Give me Cam Ward. Can't.
I think I
behind that.
I go Caleb probably. Tough one though. I don't mind the painted nails. Just throw the football, man.
Yeah, this is definitely a Caleb spot for me. Can't deny the talent. We got AR-15 Anthony Richardson next.
Give me Cam Ward.
Cam Ward. Easy.
Yeah, we're taking Cam Ward here. Daniel Jones.
Keep going.
Gardner Minshew.
Keep going.
Will Levis.
Keep going.
Oh man. And then last but not least, Jay, you're gonna be jammed on this one. This is actually a crazy way to end it, but Deshaun Watson, man.
What am I jammed about? Give me Cam Ward.
No, I'm playing. No, that was good. That was a good exercise. So yeah, I mean, I would say probably 50%. So we kind of, I guess where we would grade Cam Ward right now is kind of in that middle tier. There's probably a 50% chance that we're taking Cam Ward versus not. So that was a good little exercise. It definitely will be interesting, especially since he is in Tennessee, how this all actually plays out. But yeah, so I guess our last little section, Simi also sending this one in, but we're gonna.
This is a good way to end.
Yeah, let's.
Let me run this one, CK.
Bro.
Yeah, so this guy Morgan Wallen, fresh new song with Post Malone out last week. Just got a crazy body of work. His first studio album, If I Know Me, 3 times RIAA platinum. Dangerous, the next studio album, 6 times platinum. One Thing at a Time, 7 times platinum, and then another album in the works. And he's only 31 years old. So I kind of figured we would just talk about him and maybe try to compare him to a NBA or NFL player, just kind of explain his greatness in sports terms, because this guy's on a generational run.
Dude, he is. Dude, this is great. I think the only person, here's what I'll say. I think Patrick Mahomes is a great NFL comparison for him, just in terms of coming in and really to the scene and kind of dominating right away. I mean, dude, I can't wait for this album to drop. It's going to be absolutely insane. You guys can expect a bunch of Morgan Wallen songs to be played at my wedding coming up here in July. Just absolute. Like, Cameron, do you remember the last bad Morgan Wallen song?
Not really, no.
No, me either. Complete bangers, man. It's he only puts out great music. And dude, the crazy thing is just like what he's able to do. Like, I mean, not to get too into it, but like just bring cultures together behind his music. Like, I mean, look at freaking what Patrick Mahomes has done. I mean, you take guys like Travis Kelce, dating Taylor Swift and Harrison Butker, and they're still out there competing in a Super Bowl, man. It's absolutely wild. I mean, Morgan Wallen does the same thing. He, says some questionable things, does some questionable things, and he's still out there bringing rappers along, to rap with on his songs. It's fantastic. I've never seen anything like it other than Patrick Mahomes. So that's who I compare him to.
I love that comparison. A young guy who's very accomplished, definitely brings people together, and yeah, just kind of doesn't care what else is going on all around the world. Just keeps having success.
Yeah, dude, it's fire.
I thought about Kyrie Irving for an NBA comparison. Just young, came in and won quick, extremely talented, a little bit controversial. I don't think Kyrie on an NBA level gets up to the greatness that Morgan Wallen has already displayed.
Yeah.
But I thought of that one quickly.
Yeah. Maybe Jason Tatum wasn't so corny.
I also thought about Tatum, but he's just way too corny.
But Tatum's just not cool. Like Morgan
Wallen doesn't do
cool.
his own thing and also not cool, yeah.
You're just not cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason.
Yeah, I think the two people that probably come to mind for me.
Big Ben.
No, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow, and then my NBA comparison is gonna be Anthony Edwards. Actually,
I thought
think
about
he's
Ant too.
another
That's a
guy
great
that just-
one.
Good
he was
pull.
drafted high. I think Morgan Wallen was put in the position to succeed, and he proved it. He's another guy. So yeah, Joe Burrow and Anthony Edwards, I feel like are two very juicy comparisons.
Yeah, man, that was great. That's a great episode, man. Cool. Anything else?
That's it from me. As always, be sure to drop us a like if you're watching the rerun. Stay tuned to our other socials. We'll be editing up some clips, throwing them up there, trying to get our exposure up. JS, we'll talk, and possibly Simi too, but we'll probably be back at some point this week to recap, react, and predict the rest of these NBA series. NFL draft on Thursday as well. So if we're able to get on before the draft, we will give some final predictions for that and react to it going forward. But as always, this is JC